But you may remember a couple of weeks ago, we had the MMA fighter, Alex the Great Volkanovski, in the studio talking about the big win he just had in the US. Well, Wollongong is developing quite a reputation for producing very high-level fighters that compete on an international scale. Similar to MMA, Brazilian Jiu Jitsu is reaching some mainstream attention, and local Brazilian Jiu Jitsu fighter Shenae McEwan is riding that wave. She's from Wollongong, has quickly excelled in the Brazilian Jiu Jitsu world, and before she competes in Melbourne this weekend at the National Championships, she's going to let us in on her game plan. G'day, Shenae.
Hello, how are you?
I'm really good. You're in Melbourne at the moment?
Yes, flew in this morning, just checked into the hotel. I'm just getting prepared mentally for the big day tomorrow.
All right, so how do you prepare mentally?
How do you prepare? Huh? It's really important. It's really important to just relax. If you get yourself stressed and work hard, you get too much adrenaline, you get tired really quick. You just got to focus on what you're there for, what you want to do, and what's the goal. And essentially the goal is gold. So
the goal is gold, and you got to be relaxed because your body is twisting around. I've been watching videos of Brazilian Jiu Jitsu, and it's very close up, very intense. It's like you and your opponent are right there in each, like almost becoming one as you twist yourself into these specific positions to keep dominance over them. How much of it is moves that you are practicing, and how much is it just reacting to the opponent?
Oh, it's very reactive. You got to drill a lot of techniques. You got to really get it into your muscle memory. It's very reactive. It's really hard. I mean, you can game plan, but it's really about just drilling to get the reactions because you got to bounce off what they're doing as well. You got to stay on the offense. You don't really want to get on the defense. Yeah. Even though
there was a video that I saw of one of your fights. I've got a little bit of audio of it now, and you were underneath your opponent for a lot of the time, but you still won the match. She ended up tapping out. How do you know if you're winning?
It really depends. So certain positions have certain points. Generally, if you get the takedown or you get on top, you get more points. But it just depends on your game plan. Because I'm flexible, I like to be on the bottom and you play what's called closed guard. And essentially, you're just using your legs to tangle them up.
Tangling them up.
That's my game plan.
Was the words like a human pretzel thrown around occasionally?
Oh, yeah, my coach Marcus calls me a pretzel, that's for sure.
Because you were twisting yourself around, using your legs and arms to twist these people into, like sort of wrapping yourself like multiple snakes around their body.
Yeah, that's right.
and you're also kind of, I mean, it's hard to describe on the radio, but I guess are there pressure points that you're aiming for as well to get them to then tap out?
Yeah, definitely. So there's the main submission I try to use is called a dead orchard. So essentially you're just trying to trap their shoulders, which essentially pushes into the neck and kind of chokes them and traps their arms. So, it does not too good for their elbows.
I should say, when you're not doing this, you actually work in disability services.
Yes, I do.
So you're not just spending all the time trying to hurt people. You're actually doing some really...
I help people too. Help people by day.
I've got some friends that do this in Sydney and in Brisbane, and they love it for their mental health. They love it for their fitness. How big is Brazilian Jiu Jitsu in Australia?
Oh, it's huge. To be honest, I didn't hear about it that long ago, maybe a year and a half to 2 years ago. I heard about it a little bit before I got into it. And then once I started, I was like, wow, this is a really huge community. And you meet so many people. You make a lot of friends. Even, you don't have to be involved competition-wise. You can just go for health benefits, networking, making heaps of friends. But, yeah, it's a huge community. It's really great.
And what were you doing that was similar to this before Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu?
I wasn't doing anything similar. I used to dance. I danced for 15 years, so that's where all my flexibility and my fitness comes from that. And then it's kind of crossed over into this a little bit. Definitely helped me.
Do some of your previous dancing colleagues, have they also followed you into Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, or are they just watching from the sidelines?
Oh, no, they're watching from the sidelines. They should do it though.
I'm talking to Shenae McEwan. So you do this in Wollongong. Where are the places to go in Wollongong if people want to get involved in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu?
Yeah, so I train at Gracie Barra Shellharbour under Coach Marcus. He's really great. I originally came from Gracie Barra, Wollongong.
Right.
So there's a Wollongong and a Shellharbour location. Both are really great schools. I moved to Shellharbour. There's just so many girls that go there, and I was like, look, I really want to get into competition, start networking with these girls.
Are there many girls doing Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu compared to the boys?
It's definitely growing. on the women's side, it never used to be as many. There's a lot now, and there's a lot of great girls out there.
Yeah, who is the best in the world at Brazilian Jiu Jitsu in the women's?
Oh, best in the world. There's a lot of good ones. I like following Jazari. Oh, she's amazing. There's a lot of big girls out there.
And what about the competition tomorrow in Melbourne? How is the competition going to be?
How's the comp? It's pretty big. I've got a lot of girls. I think there's between 12 and 15 girls I've got to go up against tomorrow over the whole day. So
Wow.
it's going to be it's going to be about a 15-hour day tomorrow.
15-hour day, and
It's big.
that's a lot of pretzeling your competition.
It sure is.
That's a lot of those Z orchards or whatever they were called.
Yeah, the dead orchards.
So where is it happening?
It's at the Melbourne Sports and Aquatics Centre.
right.
So I'm just at a hotel 10 minutes away, getting ready.
Yeah.
I'll warm up tomorrow morning, then I head over. It'll be a fun day. You know, you want to win. You got to not take it too seriously, though.
And
It's okay to win or lose. You know, it's just a really great experience
Is
regardless.
the national championships just Australian Brazilian Jiu Jitsu fighters?
Yeah, people do come from international. Yeah, so it's going to be a big day.
It is indeed. All right. Well, thank you for letting us in on Brazilian Jiu Jitsu. Best of luck tomorrow. And
Thank you.
That's wonderful. That's we'll maybe chat to you next week. See how you went.
Yeah, beautiful. Sounds great.
Right, Shenae McEwan there, Brazilian Jiu Jitsu. Now, I'm just looking at the website, the UAE JJF. You've from one competition, 1 win, 0 losses. Is that right? Was that something?
That was under one particular federation.
Oh, okay,
that was
got
the Abu Dhabi trials that I did quite a few months ago.
Ah,
that
so you-
comp got me ranked number 1 in Oceania under that federation.
All right. Well, let's just leave it at that. That's Shenae McEwan, number 1 in Oceania, Brazilian Jiu Jitsu. Best of luck tomorrow. We'll chat to you soon.
Beautiful. Thanks. Bye-bye.
You're listening to ABC Illawarra.